Rowdy with Stoneface Kennels here to talk about my Johnny house turned pigeon coop. This is the same Johnny house that I posted in another video, and this one's kind of after the modifications. I did away with quail after last summer, and then come February I decided to bring on some pigeons, and I'm actually going to build a flight pen for my quail from now on. So that's what I do. I keep quail in here sometimes too still, but it's more of a pigeon coop, and I'll tell you, I absolutely love it. I think the fresh air does them well, and to be totally honest, they spend most of their time up in the soffits. You can see up here, got a bird up there, and they all seem to, you see up here, I got a couple of them up here, and they all just mostly hang out up there, and they love their sunning decks here, and then they got their food down there. I'll show you my my babies. Got two babies down there. There was a couple more and they died, but you can see all the eggs. Eggs. There's another egg down right there. There's eggs all up in the top, in the soffits. Every time I come out, there's new eggs, and I have to throw them away because, you know, they're in places where they don't seem to set on them. Like up in the soffits, they don't set on them, just down in the straw. But anyway, here's and they land up top here too, and I can catch them really easy with the net, just off the top of the roof after they recall. But you can see here, I have my trap door set up here. Those are prefabricated doors. The frame and everything, it all came one piece. I believe it was Lion Country. It may have been Gundog Supply. And put it this way, if it was Gundog Supply that had them, I ordered it from Gundog Supply, but I think they may have not had any. And then I just put this deck on here. Now something I tried that I've never heard of anybody doing, and I was even told not to do it, but I live 15 miles from here, and I don't get out here every day, and I want my birds to be healthy and well conditioned. So what I did was I put this door right on the sunning deck, so you can see the birds can walk right from the deck to this door, and this one lets them fly out. So they fly in from here, land on the deck, come inside, and when they want to go out, they fly out here. And I'll tell you, every time I come out here, like these birds, I haven't released any birds today, and I come up, I've got 13 plus the two babies, and I had about 5 of them flying around in the sky, and I've still got some flying around right now. And I've never seen them use this, but obviously that's the only option, because whenever I was out here the other day, there was 3 of them. Every time I come out, there's so many birds that are out, and they always, when I come out, they tend to land and go inside. So the only option. Something was, my door started to bow, so I put another one on the bottom. The reason I had this style, if you have the option, is because I can kick it with my foot. I'll do it. There we go. See? And open it, kick it shut, and then lock it up here. And I keep my scraper tucked in up underneath my roofing, and I always scrape this out, roof here. Now I do wish I would have put it in a plywood floor after all, because I've gone to, you can see, putting straw in, and I really like the straw. It just it doesn't keep, it's not so filthy on the floor, and see my bird there. It's not so filthy on the floor, easier to clean up. Just after, you know, a couple months, I take it and I rake it on out. Something else I do is I use game bird feed, because I can't get out here, so I use the cheapest game bird feed I can find. I believe it's Pin Pals, what is it? Pin Pals Maintenance, something like that. But it's the cheaper of the brooder and the maintenance, I believe. And I have the cheaper of the two, and it works fine. It's much higher protein content, and I'll tell you, these birds fly plenty strong. I'll show you how I catch them here. I take my fish net and I hide underneath the eave here, and then I just swing over top, see if I can catch them. Oh! I hit him, but I didn't catch him. But that's how I do it, and I catch them just fine. But anyway, about this this feed, I feed them and I put this on here so they get plenty of exercise on their own accord. They're always out here. And something else that a pigeon man told me about was, you can notice I have no trees right in the immediate vicinity. These trees are here, but they're maybe 100 yards away. See, I have, I don't know if you can see that, but I have birds flying up there. And those are birds that were out when I got here. But I have no trees anywhere near. And the reason being is because hawks will sit in the trees and wait for the pigeons to come to the coop if the coop is around trees. And then they'll swoop in on them and tag them surprise like. But if you have it out here in the open, which I thought was a no-no, because I thought the hawks could just take out a pigeon no problem. But I guess the pigeons in the wide open can outmaneuver the hawks, which blows my mind, but seems to be true. I haven't lost a single bird to hawks, not a single one, and I've seen a few out here. Not a ton, but a few. And it's just, see, there goes my birds again. See, they were out here when I got here, but you know, and the thing is, they're out all the time. My pigeons are out all the time. So if anybody can comment on this and let me know what they think as far as having the door accessible to only let them out and want to only let them in, that would really be great. But, and also about game bird feed, because everybody says, oh, just feed them chicken scratch, but this is all in one. It has the grit and everything, and the baby survived on this gritless food. It's kind of got the grit included. So if anybody can comment on that, tell me if I'm doing it right or wrong. Because to be totally honest, I'm not an experienced pigeon man. I'm not an experienced bird man. I know bird dogs. I don't know birds. So if anybody's out there experienced, has any comments or critiques or anything like that on the pigeon coop or how it's arranged, please let me know. But I'll tell you one thing I will do with every pigeon coop I ever have is make sure it has plenty of open air. I've not had a single pigeon die. I've not had any problems, any sickness or illness, and I really attribute that to having the open airflow. And, you know, the soffits up top, the eaves, they can get up in there, and they really like it. Somebody told me they wouldn't lay eggs up in there, but I beg to differ, because they lay them up in there all the time. Matter of fact, here's proof. That's an egg back there. Okay? And, as a matter of fact, if you can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, I mean, they lay eggs up in there. They don't have straw, so they don't sit on them, or they don't get warm, or what. I don't know, but they absolutely won't sit on them. They're laying like crazy, but I don't know enough about the birds to know why they're not hatching out or anything. I had 4 hatch out on the bottom, like I said. 2 of them lived and 2 of them died last time I was out here. One of them was fairly young. One of them was fairly old. About as old as Z2. That one's going to be really pretty. And he's getting really big. He's about, 3 or 4 weeks. This one's maturing a little more slowly. But, anyway, that's a big old bird right there. Puffing his chest out. Give him a look at me. I'm about to catch you, bird. Put you in a pigeon launcher. Anyway, please comment. Let me know what I'm doing right or wrong on this. I'll tell you, I really love it. I think it's great. I mean, I could probably double my capacity right now and be just fine. But anyway, let me know. Signing off. Thanks.